So guys, got a video blog here for you. This one comes from Patrick. I'm not sure where he's from, but he writes, hey Greg, I know you got hundreds of emails to read, so I'll keep this brief. 3 questions. 1, what are those ankle straps you used in your last video? Where can I purchase them or make those? Are gravity boots worth the investment? Number 3, am I correct in assuming your circuit training for abs at the end of each workout is 15 minutes with no rest? That circuit should include 1 exercise for each body part of the abdominals, being upper, middle, lower, and the side walls, 4 total exercises. And when will you be posting more videos regarding training for those other parts of the abdominals, the upper, middle, and the side walls? Thanks so much for your help and time. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Patrick. Good question, Patrick. Okay, let's go with a little bit of admin here first, guys. 1, he's talking about the ankle straps that I use, and I believe the workout was the abdominal difference. This video blog is going to be all about abdominals. There's a lot of, I guess people have been writing in, not just Patrick, hundreds of people, guys, wanting to know about the ab routine, all about the abs and everything else. And maybe I haven't been specific enough, so we're going to have a little chat, me, you, about abs, and what abs are all about, how to get them, how to maintain them, what the workouts are, how to cycle your workouts. So this is going to be a sit down on abs. But to answer his little admin things here, which are good questions, the ankle straps that I used, I just kind of used them from previous straps I had before and just put on a carabiner. But you guys, if you guys want to buy something that's a little more comfortable, all you need is some kind of a strap to go around your ankle, really, you know, and then you can get some with pads and stuff that's a little more comfortable. A company named TKO, it's more of a boxing kind of affiliate with different merchandise. They have some great ankle straps, but if you just Google ankle straps, you'll come up with a selection, and they're not that much money, they're under 20 bucks. Or if you guys want, just get a belt. You know, get a belt, put it around so you have the right size, cut it off, drive 2 holes in it, grab a carabiner, and you're good. I mean, it's real simple, guys. If you want to make it, to answer Patrick's question. Gravity boots. Great investment for overall health. Okay, that's the main purpose of gravity boots. So you can decompress the spine. All the tax and load bearing and weight that we put on our spine every single day, as we're standing here and gravity's pushing us down, as we lift, it's pushing us down, as we're running, landing, gravity, pushing on our spine. When that happens, a lot of problems can pursue from that. So to combat that problem, it's good to get upside down. Have gravity, instead of working against you, have it work for you to help decompress your spine, right? So 5 minutes a day, you know, you can build that up. Every single day if you want, or a couple times a week. You're going to find that the guys in the military I did that with actually grew 3/4 of an inch, believe it or not, so he says. Just from all the compression, now he was decompressing, helps with your flexibility, your agility, really good for your joints and any kind of wear and tear to mitigate those long-term effects that, you know, lifting and the strenuous activity of it can cause. So gravity boots are really good. And in the workouts, I've incorporated that hook and made it more functional. Just put your mind and just kind of creating new genres of exercise, keeping it interesting, you know, keep it from being benign and monotonous. So gravity boots are good. They're a little pricey, guys. There's also inversion tables you can get too. I like the gravity boots better because I can take the gravity boots wherever I go. It's not a big structure, it's in my house. Gravity boots then have a dual effect, double sword effect, when actually being able to strap weight to it, actually, to do all those leg raises, to actually increase the abdominal strenuous activity to them, to get the bellies and stuff. Okay, so that's one thing. Also, people have been asking about t-shirts and stuff. You know, one of these Plitt.com t-shirts coming out and stuff. Here's the lowdown on that. The t-shirts have been designed and everything else, and I grabbed the t-shirts I really liked. The other problem is the company of which was printing them and doing all that process went under with this economy and they're bankrupt. So I just got to find a new vendor for them, and not a big deal, just haven't gotten around to it, but I'm seeing a lot of interest for that, so I'll be sure to supply that to you guys as soon as I can. Okay, so let's get to the bulk of this video blog. This video blog is all about the abdominals, what it's all about, how to keep them going, how to maintain them, how to get the six-pack, how to get the side walls. Basically, the real attribute of abs is not the vanity, guys, on having that six-pack. Believe it or not, I know that's what everyone's going for, right? So everyone goes, I just want a good six-pack, good six-pack. When have you ever heard someone say, man, I just want a ripped lower back. I want my lower back to pop and be all striated. No one ever says that, do they? No, because all they want is the visual sensation and for whatever end state goal. Guys, what I'm talking about the back is that core exercises. Core is your foundation. That's your bedrock that you build everything off of. It's going to help with your stability, your coordination factors. The principle is called SAID, S-A-I-D, which is a simple, which is the S, simple, the A is simple adaptations with imbalanced demands. That's all it is. Simple adaptations to imbalanced demands. That's your core. That's all core is, core training. When I say core, it's your abdominals plus your lower back. Both have to be strong. If you neglect one and all you worry about is what you look like, what your abs look like, how they pop and everything else, then you'll put more focus and more time into building your abs. What happens is you neglect your back, so now you have a really strong core, but nothing really strong to bring it back, so you're imbalanced. And when you're doing exercises in the SAID principles where you're applying, demands different ways, or doing something on one leg, now all of a sudden we're shifting, right? So we have to have a coordination with one leg up right here, coordination to balance our leg, right? As we're working our shoulder press or fly motion. So what that's doing is locking the entire core out, back and abs, in order to stay functioning and stay steady in a plane of what you're moving. That's working your abs. So when you're saying, the reason why I'm bringing up this core stuff is because you guys are working, whether you know it or not, you guys are working abs every single workout, regardless if you're actually training them. Every time, it's called the EMG, which is the electromyograph study. If you do this, it's like an EKG where they hook it up. When you fire your arms, you fire your legs, right? Your abs just fucking fire themselves also. And a stability factor to control an overweight, an overloaded amount of strain coming in on the upper body or the lower body, so it can bounce it and lock everything in. All that stuff is core. So whether you're lifting your arms, shoulders, legs, your abs are going to fire with that. So you guys are working abs every single day to keep that core stability. And you guys have got to incorporate your lower back. All that is lower back extensions. And I can't say this enough. If you wreck your core, guys, then what do you build off of? Just like if you wreck your internal organs using drugs and steroids and other types of illegal shit, stuff that you take for a benefit, a temporary satisfaction, right? A quick fix to a long-term problem. There is no quick fix, guys, to a long-term situation. You're getting the payment of it right now, which is great. You're getting all that, you're using steroids and you're getting that boost, and you're feeling great. But years down the line, all of a sudden, a liver goes out, or the kidneys shut down, or anything else. Hold on one second. Hey, buddy, I'm in the middle of filming a video blog. Can I call you back? Actually, you're live. You'll be on the video blog. I'll call you back. All right, bye. He called twice. I thought it was important, but he said it wasn't. So where was it? So yeah, you're using steroids to get this great temporary look. So you look great and everything else, and you're loving it. But you haven't paid the price yet. That price is going to come down the line. And it's going to be a price that's going to destroy all the work you've done. And maybe even take your life. I don't know if I'm willing to take that bet, have that price. Either way, your core, guys, is vital to success of everything you're doing. Just like your organs inside are vital to your external factors, If you have a shitty inside, how's that going to blossom into any kind of fruits of labor on the outside? So let's take care of the core, and let's make sure we're putting good shit inside ourselves, healthy shit, natural shit, that actually makes our insides enhanced naturally so that they can live a long time. And then let's combine that to make everything else look so aesthetically appealing, which is what everyone seems to be about, the vanity of this world. Abdominal cores. There's basically, when you guys, the last video blog I said about transition into a maintenance phase, when you guys are in a maintenance phase, right? And that maintenance phase is where you're looking good, you're low body fat, you look in the mirror, boom, the head turning the abdominals, or you got the arms that fill your shirt out, or a chest that, when you're feeling that and you have that, when I say it's so easy to maintain that, it's because obviously you have low body fat, so every time you're moving something, you're moving fiber, higher caloric intake to move that stuff, so you're burning more with every activity. But the real reason why is because of the vanity of it. That's why it's so easy to maintain an in-shape body, because of the vanity. Every morning I wake up and I'm looking in the mirror and boom, I'm seeing my abs, I'm like, okay, all right, they're there, very cool. I don't want to let that go. So every single morning I'll go and I take a shower, brush my teeth, and I see, all right, still there, still there. One day, if I get off my diet, I get out of my routine, or I'm not, as too diligent to the work, right? It might start softening up, like a picture, it's in focus, sharp, right? It might get a little foggy, not quite as focused. I'd look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, what happened? Where'd they go? Well, obviously I know where they went because I just went on vacation for a week or whatever else, or I was partying, or I was, wasn't in my diet, hadn't been going to the gym because I was injured or something like that. That's why. Well, let me kick it back in gear so I have them. When you guys are out of shape and you have that layer of fat over you, right? You still are working every single day and making great transformations, great growths. But you can't see them because you got that layer over top of it. It's kind of like someone gives you like a present, right? A birthday, right? And they gave it to you a couple days early. And it's sitting on the table of that present. So you know you got something coming. Like, you're doing the work for your abs and everything else, but you just don't know what it is yet. You can see it, you know you're doing something, but nothing's changing yet. Until that day where your body fat comes down low, you're fat right now and you lean mass, and then when they transition over time, there's a point where they just flip. That point is when you unwrap the present and find out what the gift is. That is when you see the revelation in the mirror, the vanity of the abs popping, like, wow, yeah. But before, you never saw that. Meaning every day you went to the gym, you worked, right? But you had that layer of fat, and you couldn't see all that hard work it turn into any kind of growth in the mirror. You couldn't see all that investment turn into a deposit into your bank account yet. But when you lose that fat, all of a sudden, boom, you see the abs every single day. You can see the difference. If you drink a lot of water, or if you're carb depleted, or if you just went for a run, you're a little flat, you can see it almost directly correlated. I put this in, I get this back. It's a direct response, kind of like taking a test in high school. You take the test, the next day you get the grade, It's not like a bar exam for a lawyer where you study for months and months and months and months and months to take the test. And then you gotta wait a couple of months, for the results. No, this is immediate effects. You start seeing stuff. That's why once you're in shape, it's so easy to maintain what your diet, what supplements you're using, because whatever you use, you have a direct response, a direct report card of if it's a cause and effect in a positive nature or a negative nature. Find out if your body's accepting it or not accepting it. You can find out, oh, this works or it doesn't work, all right? Once you're in shape, the education comes much faster because you know what you've read, you know what you've heard, you know what's right and what's wrong. Now we apply it, the book smart to the street smarts, to find out what the real truth is that's particular to your body. When you're in shape, you can see exactly, is this creatine working or not? All right, I'm putting the glutamine in my workout and everything else. I'm taking the HMP to protect the muscles. Okay, I've been doing that for about 2 weeks. I'm liking it. I'm seeing results. So you're like, yeah, that worked. Or it doesn't work. I'm out. It's out. But when you're fat, out of shape, when I say fat, you're not fat. But when you have like 15% body fat, you can't see the results that fast. So you're like, is it working or isn't working? I don't know. It might be working beautifully, but you don't see it. So you're like, I don't think it's working. You give up on it. But when you're in shape, you know exactly. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm getting a little off track here, and I will get back on track now. Abdominals. All depends how good a shape you guys are in. Can you do them every single day? Let's answer that question first. Every single day? Yes, you can do it every single day. The level of which, the degree of what shape you're in, if you're a performance grade athlete, like a gymnast or something, I mean, they must work 6 hours a day on the mat, right? And every single day they're doing it. Their body's toned to that, it's used to that. But if you haven't done gymnastics for a while, and you got in there and tried to do a 6-hour workout that they do every single day, one day of that would wreck you for a week. So what I'm saying is that the level of your conditioning, what your body is used to, draws a line of every day is good or bad. But I'm going to say every day is good, but the level of which, your intensity level for the abdominal workout will change and be directly correlated to the actual shape you're in. So what I mean by that is that there's 2 different types of ab exercises, right? One is a tone set, where you're keeping the tone, high reps body weight stuff. Then there's a heavy set. Heavy set is where you're actually using weight on your abs, much like a bench press or a bicep curl, where you're doing like 2-3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. That kind of notion, theory, into a abdominal workout is a heavy set, where you're applying weight to the exercise. Other ones are just body weight exercises, higher reps, and that's tone. You can do toned exercises every single workout. 10-15 minutes at the end of every single workout. Tone, body weight, floor crunches, leg lifts, just with your legs, Rocky sit-ups, all kind of different exercises, and they're all throughout the different abdominal workouts I've done. To answer your question, Patrick, on the other ones, they're coming to you fast. What else is coming to you fast, guys? cross training, outdoor workouts as the summer is approaching fast, especially here in California. Pool workouts, stadium workouts, more new leg workout coming up, strongman workouts. We're going to take the gym, and now you guys are in shape and everything else. We're still going to be throwing tons of gym workouts in there. But as we're all getting ready for the summer, guys, get ready for this site to really enhance you, give you some keys to really take the workouts in the gym and also outside the gym to enjoy Mother Nature and the good weather and everything else, and just live the healthy lifestyle. That's what this site's about, guys. It's a metaphor for life in a gym environment. The gym is a metaphor where you can transform, create, and drive whatever your dreams are into a reality, because you learn the fundamental blocks of integrity, discipline, and work ethic, and sacrifice in the gym to transform yourself. Now we're going to take it outside the gym and actually not walk through life, but drive through it, run through life. So I keep getting off track, I'm sorry. Abdominals, okay. So at the end of every workout, right, you're going to go 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to start with, when Patrick's saying there's 4 exercises, those 4 different parts, 3 main parts of the abdominals. You have a lower portion, right? So you have your lower abs, this portion. So the bottom 2 abdominals right here is the lower portion, right? Then you have the upper portion right here. Then you have all your serratus and side walls and obliques and everything else. So you have 1, 2, and 3. That makes up your abs. So you have 3 main different types of exercises that will target all three different regions. All right, so for the upper abs, whenever you're working your upper abs, guys, if I am laying flat on the ground, I must turn my shoulder blades from being on the mat right now and rotate them, bring them closer to my stomach to exercise the upper abs. That must be the process, guys, in order to activate the upper abs. The lower abs, same thing with my hip, must turn up, all the way up, and can put my hip closer to my stomach to activate the lower abs. For the side walls and the obliques, you need to have a flexed abdominal thing where you're flexing everything, and then incorporate a transverse motion right to left. Okay, so let's say you just finished a workout, whatever it may be, and we're going to go in there and do abs every single day. If you guys are doing just toned exercises, right? Toned exercises mean body weight, high reps, 30, 40 reps per set, you can do them every single day. If you guys are doing heavy sets, where you're taking the same type of fundamental motions but adding weight to them, your rep counts are going to drop down to like 10 to 15 reps per set. If you're doing a heavy day, take 2 days off, or a day off depending what level of condition you're in, before you go back and do any other type of ab exercises. Remember now, you're using abs every single time you lift anything. You do abs when you walk. I'm using my abdominals right now talking to you. When I laugh, you're constantly using your abs every single day. All right, so your body, so they are conditioned more than you think they are to be able to take on such an endeavor of physical strain every single day. So you can't overtrain them. But like anything, if you guys lift legs hard, right, and the next day they're sore, you don't go lift legs again. You need the time for them to heal and repair. When you guys are incorporating new exercises, especially weighted exercise on those heavy sets, the heavy sets, and by the way, heavy sets are going to build the valleys, the depthness of your abs. The body weight stuff, that's going to be your tone. That's going to keep them toned. But to get the depth and everything, to build the mass in there, you got to add weight to it. The weight stuff I would only do 2, maybe 3 times a week. Every other day, after every single workout, you do your toned exercises, the higher rep version, just the body weight stuff. So let's get back into, so when you're doing this right now, you have 10 to 15 minutes, right, at the end of your workout. And it's a cycle. There's no real rest period. Obviously there's rest in between stations or in between exercises, but that's minimal. That's just enough time for you to get to the next thing or get in position for the next exercise. But you're not stopping, okay? If we're doing toned exercises, you're going to do 1 set for your uppers, 1 set for your lowers, 1 set for your side walls. And then you can go right back to your uppers. So basically, when you're doing your uppers, your side walls and your lowers are resting, right? And when you're doing your side walls, your lowers, and your uppers are resting. Yes and no. Obviously, whenever you're doing any kind of abdominal work, everything's going to fire, but you're targeting one specific area. So let's talk uppers, and we'll talk lowers, and we'll talk side walls. I'll give you a couple exercises for each. Obviously, the videos of which they're coming out to you soon, guys, are going to really go into exactly the form, the technique, the rep counts, and everything, and the variety of how you're doing that. Okay, so for the upper abs, obviously all we need to do is have our shoulder blades rotate forward. Real simple, 3 different exercises. Your normal sit-ups, whether you want an incline or when you're flat, that's your sit-ups, that's working the uppers. And when you do it, roll them all the way up like this, or just bring your body as a board straight up. That's going to work more of your entire core. If we just want to hit the uppers, we're just going to roll our shoulder blades up and then our whole body up to our knees. All right, so that's your sit-ups. Crunches. Crunches are just, you're laying on the ground and you're never hands behind your head, guys. Always like in front of you, because otherwise you start pulling your neck problems. Right here, and you're just coming up. Shoulder blades are just touch and go on the pad, on the mat. Coming up, activating, boom, back down. They touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. So your abs are constantly flexed. You're flexing your abs and then working them in a flex state. That's your entire duration of the set. So that's for your uppers. For your lowers, we need to curl those hips up. Leg raises, ankles to the bar, Roman chair sprints, air sprints, like I showed you in the last one. Flutter kicks, guys, where you're putting your laying down. Frog kicks, when you're on the side of a bench like this, and you're bringing your knees up and back out right here. And as you come back out, your body's falling back. Your legs are going out, and so you're going like this. It's like a scissor. So your legs are out and your chest, and you're coming up and then back down. 30, 40 reps of that. That's for your lowers. Your side walls, you get on an incline machine, right? Or a bench, an incline bench, where you just like a decline bench. And you're back. So you come back, so your body is now parallel with the ground. Your legs are up here, you're coming down, your body's parallel with the ground, and then it's flexed. You're just going to rock it to the right and to the left, and to the right and to the left, hitting those side walls. There's machines out there where you can lock in, your legs are locked in, and you're going right to the left. All that's working the side walls and the obliques. I would stay away from the exercise you see a lot of people do, where they grab a low pulley, apparatus, and they're going from here to here. What that's doing is building your oblique muscle right here. Now notice, like, everything's pretty cut here. That's not cut. You can't stridate this big oblique muscle. All right. So what happens? That's going to grow in mass and start growing, and it looks more like, if you're about the vanity of the mirror, it looks more like you got love handles. We don't want that look. We want to stay true and trim. So that's your side wall. So you're going to take one of those exercises, right, for your uppers, one for the lowers, and one for your side walls. 30, 40 reps for a toned exercise. You're going to hit it and move right into the lowers, then right into the uppers, and then right into the side walls, and keep that rotation of that circuit going. So that whole circuit, if you're doing like 30, 40 reps, probably a minute of each, right? So that's 3 minutes. If we're doing 9 minutes, that's 3 rotations of that. 12 minutes, 4 rotations of that. Maybe you guys taking a break in between, a minute break in between. That's 15 minutes right there. We're on a 4 rotation abdominal exercise at the end of each workout for 10 to 15 minutes. It's real simple. Now, abs are something very perishable. You either use them or lose them. Obviously, we're using them every day. But at the end, not just when we're using them every day, guys, you have to think the conditioning level of our abdominals is extremely strong. So in order for them to grow, they must be overly strained. That's why we'll give them extra love at the end, to really enhance them so they start growing. Now, if you guys are at a high % body fat, you're not going to see your abs right now until you get into low single digits. That doesn't mean you don't do the abs, You still put in the hard work to build that foundation strong, so that when your abdominals are growing and your body fat is reducing, when you open that present, boom, you got something worthwhile to look at. You don't wait until you come right down into body fat, low single digits, and you look, kind of like scrawny and stuff, and then start building the mass. You do them together, a pendulum effect, guys. So I hope that answers your question. I'm really long-winded, guys, but get ready. We got a lot of cool stuff coming, guys. So we got more abdominal workouts coming. We got a stadium workout. We got strongman 2. We got legs workout. I got a whole variety of on-the-go. The one's coming to you this weekend is on-the-go growth, which is an amazing workout. It killed me. But get ready, man. Get ready to enjoy this summer, guys. You guys are going to be in the best shape of your life this summer, and you're going to realize what I've been preaching the entire time. It's not about the gym. It really isn't. The gym just gives you the tools to battle life and to live an enriched and full life. That's the real reward, that mind connection with the body. You're in shape. You're not just walking around looking at someone playing volleyball saying, oh, that must be fun. You're in there spiking the ball. You're playing the volleyball. Letting someone else wish they could be you, because you've done the work, the hard work, the sweat equity. You've paid your fucking dues every single day. The last thing I want to comment is not a retractment or anything, but a statement about the last blog when I was talking about steroids, guys. Steroids is and I called anyone that uses steroids an asshole, and I'm not going back on my word. I think you're a fucking asshole if you're using them illegally, wrongdoing, overusing them. I know a lot of people through medical practice and stuff that use steroids. It's an amazing drug. It really is. It's like life in a bottle, what it can do for the body is amazing. Look at the steroid blog I did, very first one, about a mother who sent in a question about her kid that was starting to use steroids at a young age, like 15 or something. look at that, you understand what I'm talking about. I have lost some very dear, close friends of mine. People that are no longer on this earth because they abused steroids. People that had so much potential, and they wanted it so bad, but they wanted it too fast. So they try to cut the corner, trying to find a fix, a short-term fix to a long-term problem. Does not exist. That combination will end deadly, or it'll just embarrass you so much when the truth comes out, guys. The only thing that's going to stand the test of time is just a pure, natural build progression, the marathon, not the sprint, guys, of life. Steroids used for medical practices and for people that are over 45 where the natural testosterone starts coming down, and they implement it on a doctor's recommended dosage to maintain the testosterone levels higher so that they can maintain a more youthful practice body. As we're all, every day we're dying, guys. We're getting closer and closer to the fucking dirt nap. If we can maintain that, obviously that's good because our body's naturally shutting down. But when we put those steroids in our body at an earlier age, we shut down the natural testosterone our body naturally releases because it doesn't need to. It's coming in, inorganically from a third party. So our body's like, why do I need to make it? It's coming in. So then our body starts producing more estrogen, and we get out of balance. And once we get out of balance, it's just like a core. If our core's out of balance, our abs are locked solid, but our back is, and we haven't put any tension there, what happens is injury will come out of that because we lose our coordination and our ability to control our body. And so steroids are very good and a miracle drug when prescribed by a doctor for the right reason, for the right cause. If they are used for you to enhance your efforts in a faster demeanor, because you don't want it fucking today, you wanted it yesterday, but you haven't done the work in the last 5 years to have it and to actually deserve it. So you're trying to get something you haven't fucking deserved yet, and using steroids for that reason, you're a fucking asshole, okay? That's where everything's gonna hit the fan. You might look good for a few fucking months and stuff, and then it's all gonna get caught up. And you can tell, honestly guys, the guys that are using steroids, and this blog is not about steroids, but look at their disposition, guys. It's off. And you can tell just by looking at their skin and their proportionality of the body, if they're on roids with that bloated stomach and everything else. That is not what we're looking for. That's not the attainable physique. That's not what's going to turn people's heads. And if it does, it's like, oh, that's steroids. And then all that work just went out the window with that comment. Like, oh, of course, I can do that if I use steroids too. You get someone that's trim, small waistline, just comes up massive, where he's moving every single motion, and a relaxed state or a flex state is tight and looks good. That's a natural physique right there. That's something to aspire to. That's something that's attainable through hard work and sacrifice. And the beautiful thing is, once you obtain that through the hard work and the sacrifice, oh, by the way, guess what else you get? An extra bonus gift called mental toughness, confidence. So even though you transform your body naturally and you had this great physique, now all of a sudden you had the demeanor and the mental strength to overcome any fucking thing else. And by the way, by the time you had that body going that process, you probably have a very financial, successful life, a good marriage, or whatever it may be. They go hand in hand. It's a win-win. When you cut one off for a quick return on steroids or something like that, well, what happens on that? What's your back-end gift like that? Cancer, liver failure. I mean, no, I don't want that one. Anyway, guys, sorry so long, but what's new? It's always long here at greatfoot.com. Get ready for some amazing workouts. I'm really excited to show them to you. They take a little time, guys, because I film with a buddy of mine who was actually just calling. Then I take the footage and I edit everything myself and do all the post work and then load it. So it's about about 20 hours of work for every video for me to edit. So I got all these other things to do, but I'm here for you guys. I'm killing myself for you, and I'm loving everything I'm seeing with the transformation and the stories and stuff. It fills me, man. You guys are my motivation. So thank you. Very Plitt, help me stay fit. Thanks for watching.